Today we're going to look at color sensor. So this is a color sensor TCS34725. It communicates with a microcontroller using I2C, and whatever color it is seeing is searched for a name, and that name is being displayed on this display. There are a total of 1500 different names that it comes up with. It finds the closest match and tries to figure out what this particular color is, and it displays it on this display. So we're going to look at this sensor, okay? This sensor can see colors. So you put this guy in, it sees eucalyptus, you put in this color, sees something orangey, something green, blue, pink, and yellow. Okay, so you see colors because you see blue because this absorbs the red and the green and reflects the blue color out. So that is why you see something as blue. And the same thing is true for green. It absorbs red and blue and reflects green. So that is why you see something as green. So this particular sensor also does exactly the same thing. So the light is reflected from this LED that is glowing here, and whatever is reflected back into the sensor is an RGB, so it deconvolutes into red, green, and blue, and that is processed and displayed over here. Okay, so anyway, we are going to use the ESP8266. This is a Wi-Fi chip, so we're going to do some Wi-Fi stuff with it. Okay, so not only is it going to find what color it is, it's also going to send, using the Wi-Fi, send that color to light. So in our case, we have a light that is connected to another ESP8266. This guy is a NeoPixel light. This particular project is mech lighting. I'm also contributing to it. So if you want to try that out, go ahead and see. I'm going to put the links down there. So what this does is this communicates with Home Assistant. So Home Assistant is a very nice tool where you can actually display a lot of information. So in this case, if I click blue, so the light on the that is displayed here is blue. If I click red, it's red over here. Again, you can pick whatever color you want, and eventually it is going to get displayed over here. It takes around 5 seconds to send the reply back. Anyway, you can try this project out. This is called mech lighting, and it comes with so many different effects. So right now there are like 58 different effects. Okay, so there you go. So you can try this. So right now we're using this color wipe. So whichever color you pick, that particular color is shown here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to see this color and convert it to an RGB and send that directly to Home Assistant. So I've written this code. So basically all you have to do is hit this and it updates over here. So whatever color is here is being shown. So you can pick orange. So there you go, orange, green, blue, pink, yellow. Okay, so you have to hold this button for 50 milliseconds. So that is how much time it decides whether you press this button or not. Okay, so you can pick whichever color you want, and this light is being shown with whatever color it detects. Okay, so that is the fun part. So let's go through the code and see what is going on in the code. The Arduino part is quite simple. This is made up of a library called color name. You can download this library from here. So this library contains 1500 or so names for different colors. For you, all you have to do is pass it red, green, and blue, and it'll give out a name that matches that particular combination of colors. load the library for Adafruit's sensor, load the library for the OLED display, and the bouncer is to capture the button. So define the button, and most importantly, you want to put in the details for your home assistant, the IP address of your home assistant. 8123 is a default port. Using SSL, use 443. Put in your password if you have set a password. Then name of the light that you want to control, the effect. We're not using this effect right now, and just put it right there, but you can use whatever effect you want, and you can use the command. So this is the URL, so you're going to access this REST API, and you're going to turn on this light with whatever RGB color. So if you're using SSL, I would suggest you do the comparison with the fingerprint of your server, so that no one can spoof your server, and you can connect to the exact server that is matching this particular fingerprint. So these are the initializers for the display, the sensor, the button capture, this particular function. If you have SSL, you just say #define SSL, so just uncomment this line, and it'll use a Wi-Fi client and send the REST API for you. Okay, so this particular function takes in red, green, and blue, and that particular combination is passed to Home Assistant. So let's go all the way to the setup function. It starts a serial, starts Wi-Fi, then starts a sensor, starts the OLED, starts detecting your pin, and here it creates a gamma table because humans can see every color possible, so you have to create this gamma table and use this to convert whatever you're seeing by the sensor into the gamma table so that you can look at the same colors that the sensor is looking at. Okay, so what we do here is get the color name for the RGB sensed by the sensor, and this is updated every second, and that updates a string that is shown on the OLED. And once it detects that you have pressed the button, it sends an HTTPS or an HTTP depending on what kind of server you have, the red, green, and blue, which is converted to the gamma value, and that is shown in your Home Assistant. So go ahead and try it, and I'll leave the links to this particular INO file down under the description. So go ahead. Bye.